This playthrough is rated M for mature.
Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of AI, the Somnium Files. In the last episode, we talked to Mizuki after doing it the right way, apparently. And then we took her to Bloom Park. And now, I'm trying to remember if we went anywhere else. No, that was it. So now we're on the chase for Ryuji, who's a prime suspect. Did he do it? Well, we know. Oh, I just realized in the corner of this, it shows a ad for 999. Did Spike Chunsoft also publish that game too? Huh, I wasn't aware of that. I thought that was a different company. Maybe they have similar publishers, or maybe they're friend companies or something like that. I'll have to look that up next time. So I thought I had the DS game somewhere around here. Wonder if I could find it.
Can't be. Renju.
Police headquarters, Sunday, 9:17 a.m.
You look awful. Have you been sleeping any?
My best friend was murdered, boss. I don't have it in me to sleep right now.
Well, looks like the different pathway is a completely different parallel world. Because in the other parallel world, it was almost assumed that perhaps Renju had something to do with like 89 and all this other stuff. But in this pathway, which I almost consider the real pathway, because you could tell it's already more serious, that he gets killed already. So looks like we're gonna have working on different things this time. So let's check everything before we leave. And it looks like we don't see the full office this time. It cuts off a little bit over on the side, which is fine. But let's see if there's anything humorous going on. Nope. Oh, there's one thing I kept missing every time. This is one of the things I was checking at off screen. There's actually a trophy you get if you check every single thing in Boss's office. Unfortunately, this level I can't do that because there's the Matrosky doll and a key over here that I can't click. But one thing I can show you is the air vent. Yeah, I don't know how I kept missing this. Cold air is blown from the AC. Boss makes a joke about that in the first time you go to her office. And then the other one is, it's hard to see, but there's a shogi piece like right behind Boss, and you can almost barely clip it. Yeah, there it is. It's the King Shogi piece. Shogi is like kind of a different, not exactly chess, but oh, you can even click on the bags over here, even though there's bags on the other side. But yeah, you can already tell the music's already dour because of what happened. The tombstone, R.I.P. Yeah, R.I.P. Our friend Renju, who we were trying to chase throughout the whole other pathway, and now he's dead. So now we're probably now officially Guardians of Mizuki after this, because of what happened. Well, I feel bad for Pewter unless he's not his lever on this path. Well, Pewter looks surprisingly serious. Well, you think he'd be crying, so maybe he's not his lever in this path. Yeah, and Boss isn't even commenting on anything when you click on stuff because of what just happened. So there's probably no reason to click on this stuff actually if we're not going to get a comment on them. So I'm probably just going to skim through these as quickly as I can, unless something pops up, but I doubt it. But yeah, I wanted to show you the shogi piece, and there was the key next to the Matrosky doll, which I don't know how I kept missing that all the time. Maybe it's because it looked part of the picture or something like that, you know. But I can kind of understand there not being a time for comments. I'm surprised the game actually has has serious moments in it. The Barry, yeah, I think he mentioned that in a previous thing before too. Darts, machines, skis. Snowboard. Maybe I should just skip checking these things, but I just want to make sure that he didn't have like maybe some mental commentary to himself or something about it. Even if not comedic, maybe something. But it looks like I'm checking these for no reason. Because, yeah, we're not getting a response. Yeah, I'm not even saying what they say because we've already done it before. And like I said, nothing worth checking. Oops. Alright, almost. I think that's it. Yep, okay. Well, this one was the fastest one to check everything, so... where's Boss? Boss is sitting on her desk. She looks tired like me. Well, yeah. And I don't even know what Mizuki's going through, seeing both her parents killed within a couple of days of each other. You seem troubled, Pewter.
2 murders, one right after the other. How could I not be?
I wonder if he's got a bit more thought on that. Like I said, I don't know if it's the same on this path or not.
Am I not allowed to be here?
No, I didn't mean it like that.
I was here first. I was just talking to the boss about Renju's murder.
He seems a little super emotional right now, but we're all on edge, I guess.
Renju had his left eyeball removed.
Right. Shoko too.
So perhaps, Mr. Date, you are the killer. You're missing your left eye, so you steal them from others. I'm kidding. Only a joke.
I'm too tired for your jokes right now, Pewter.
Actually, you lost your eye 6 years ago, correct?
Yes, but I don't remember anything from back then. I lost my eye and my memories.
I was transplanted into your empty eye socket a year later. We have been together for more than 5 years.
Maybe he isn't his lover in this path, because well, I'm trying to think if the erotica you found in, we clicked on that was that on both paths or was it just the one where we failed to save Mizuki the regular way? Now I'm trying to remember. I guess it's not that important. It's just, you know, just to keep us on edge on if Pewter is who he is. But I think because this is a more serious path, we're not going to deal with that type of stuff, whether it's true or not. So, but I could be wrong. What happened to Mizuki?
She's sleeping at the hospital. They're going to give her counseling after she wakes up.
I see.
Her mother and her father. I hope she'll be okay.
Although it seemed like Renju got like a bit more cruelly, although he might have been dead before being put on that spike, but that seems like the killers wanted to show a message or something like that, that's for sure. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, and I was making a joke about the girl needing psychological help. I didn't expect it to become this quickly. I was joking, people. I didn't want it to happen, really, honest. How about you getting any sleep?
Of course not. I've still got a mountain of work piled up, answering to the higher-ups, the press. I'm just taking a little breather.
Hey, you look good. You still look good, boss, despite all the stress and everything with that.
You were the first on the scene, so you know this better than anyone, but Renju was murdered. No way this was a suicide. And the fact that his left eye was removed tells me that this was the same killer as Shoko.
The serial killer.
The new Cyclops killer.
What?
That's the nickname that's been spreading around headquarters.
New?
Yes, several years ago.
Pewter.
There is no point in hiding it from him. He would find out on his own eventually. It's all over the news. These murders have gone viral, so to speak. The killings from 6 years ago have continued. The Cyclops killer is back.
6 years ago? Is that what you were talking about, boss?
Fine. I suppose you deserve to know.
Well, about time to get it out of them. I kind of understand what she was talking about before, like, you know, not wanting to mix information, but it sounds like perhaps a copycat or perhaps even the same. Well, actually, we don't even know. She hasn't told us, so let's find out before I start making assumptions.
We have a name for it down at HQ. The original Cyclops serial killings. To distinguish it from this new one. It was 6 years ago in October. 4 bodies were found in the mountains of Akikawa Valley.
But the decomposition of the corpses were all at different stages. They were each killed sometime during May to September of that year.
But they did have 2 things in common. They were all young women. And
Each corpse was missing their right eyeball, pulled out posthumously.
I see. So, well, it can't be the same killer, right? Because they pulled out a different eyeball. Because serial killers have like a weird sense about things, but who knows? Well, let's continue on, shall we? Cyclops?
a few days after the corpses were discovered, the killer sent a statement to the press. I killed them, and they are now my dear companions. Something like that.
He signed the statement under the name Cyclops. Hence the name, the Cyclops Killer.
The Cyclops is a mythological race of one-eyed giants. According to Greek myth, they are the children of Uranus, god of the sky, and Gaia, goddess of earth. Cyclops were known for their outstanding strength and smithing ability.
So the letter to the press wasn't a fake? It was the real killer?
Yes, it had to be.
A picture of one of the victims right after she was killed was sent along with the letter.
Huh. Oh, this guy, well, I wonder if the new killer sent anything like that. Doesn't seem like it yet. So this one was your standard serial character one to be shown in the spotlight. But, yeah, let's find out what happened to this, or the old one.
No, in 6 years we never got a single trace.
So maybe Cyclops is responsible for these murders as well.
No, that's impossible.
Why?
For one, the original Cyclops killer only killed women. Renju doesn't fit that profile. Second, all of the victims had their right eyes removed. But Shoko and Renju...
We're missing their left eye.
The timing of the eye removal is also inconsistent. The original Cyclops Killer removed the eyes after the victims were killed. But Shoko and Renju were both still alive.
But even so, you can't say for sure this isn't our guy. Maybe they're just doing things a little differently now. Or do you have another reason?
I'm sorry, Date, I can't say anymore.
Bullshit, you can't.
It's a national secret.
How can it be a national secret?
Date, please, forget about it. I told you already, you don't need to know anything about that case to investigate this one. The criminal for this case and the case 6 years ago are not the same.
Iba, bring up all investigation records of the original Cyclops serial killings.
I already had a look through the database while you were talking. Unfortunately, I found no relevant information. I also did not discover anything of note on the internet. Only amateur theories. All lacking credibility and evidence.
Damn it.
A national security? I wonder... Maybe it's because it showed the lack of, like... it kind of reminds me of a similar incident to the Jack the Ripper type of killings, where, although in that case, he could have been caught, but it was like a weird convoluted thing between pride, incompetence, and a couple of other things. I don't know, this might be a combination of those in this case, but let's find out.
That's all we have for now.
All right.
Special Agent Date, we need you to continue your work.
Right. I think I'll head back to where Renju was found. Sunfish Pocket.
Date, you're exhausted. Why don't you get some sleep before you continue your investigation?
I'm fine. Let's go, Iba.
Understood.
Well, time to go back to the scene of crime. So, unlike the other path, where it was like a silly maid cafe where we got to see inside girls' bones and everything like that, we see... well, I was going to make a thing about bones, but I guess it doesn't work here. We see murder. Oh, I guess we went and grabbed Mizuki?
Date, the vehicle is accelerating 2% slower than usual. Did you put anything in the trunk?
No?
What about the back seat?
Back seat?
Oh, there. Okay, never mind. She snuck. Wait, how did she sneak into our car? Wasn't she at the hospital? Alright, whatever. Well, let's look around before we check the obvious. No one's sitting in it.
Did I put anything in there?
You could have put a gold brick in there and it wouldn't slow us down this much. Have you checked the back seat?
Oh, right. But I can't just turn around and look while I'm driving.
Just check the rear view mirror.
The game's like, just do the obvious, moron. No, I gotta check everything, just in case. Oh, by the way, Spike Chunsoft did actually make 999 and the previous games based off that. So apparently I've heard of their company before. I've only recently heard about it because of Will of Wonderful World and like this game and stuff like that. So they were basically self-advertising, which is fine. I mean, because it's done through a billboard. Those I don't mind those for being like intrusive, like ads and stuff like that, because it kind of makes sense for the real world too. So it doesn't throw me off too badly. So, and it usually could say, oh, it's a movie or something. But all right, nothing else to check. All right, let's check the obvious.
Mizuki!
Hey, watch out! Eyes forward, stupid.
Mizuki climbed up to the front and sat in the passenger seat. You're being a bit too aggressive for someone who just lost both your parents. Well, people deal with the grief in their own way, I guess. I assume nothing. Oh, wait, it resets everything? Really?
Is this where you keep your weird stuff?
No, but don't look.
Damn, is it that obvious? What, do you hide your unmentionables in the glove box? I mean, I put like tissue paper for like just in case water gets in the car or if I had to sneeze or something, but you know.
Hey, Date, why do they call it a dashboard?
Because it makes the car go faster.
Vroom vroom.
Hey, Date, what would happen if I grabbed the wheel and spun it super hard?
We would spend the rest of our very short time together thinking about how stupid that was.
Yes, before we died. Whoops. I thought I...
Uh-huh.
It measures how many tacos worth of revolutions the wheel spin. Because a tortilla is round. Obviously.
Sorry about that, folks. I didn't expect them to repeat or have new dialogue. I was expecting it just to have a standard description. A dashboard. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, sorry about that. I think... That was just... This is what happens when you assume, right? Is that it? Okay. Alright, Mizuki, what are you doing here?
What are you looking at me for? Watch the road.
I always have my head like this when I drive.
You were looking forward before.
No, I was just projecting an illusion. This is the real me.
You project an illusion when you're by yourself?
This isn't even my final form. How are you doing?
Well, I can still talk this time. Maybe I'm just getting used to it.
Mizuki's psychological wounds have been healed by the sink.
Oh, that's just it, huh? Okay. Nice weather we're having.
If you have nothing to talk about, you don't have to say anything.
Fair enough.
You're an adult, shouldn't you know that already? If you start talking about the weather, it means you have nothing to say.
Damn. Brat.
Yeah, she is a brat. It's almost like she's unlikable. Who knew? How'd you even get in here?
It wasn't locked, I just opened the door. I've been here for like 10 minutes. Why don't your doors have auto locks? I know you like old cars, but you gotta lock the doors.
You should be a little more apologetic for someone who just got caught breaking into my car.
Mizuki does raise a valid point. If you are not more serious about security, you should consider replacing the car altogether.
You too?
Isn't that just victim blaming? Like, oh, you got shot by this gun. You should have bought your own gun. It's your fault. I'm like, well, that's a bullshit argument. I know it's supposed to be a joke against Date, but that's bullshit, dude. What are you doing here?
I ditched the hospital. They're probably freaking out over there right now.
I'm taking you back.
No, don't! Nothing will change if I stay at the hospital all day. You're going to investigate, right? Take me with you, I can help.
How is a little runt like you gonna be any help?
I'm Renju's daughter. Maybe I'll notice something you don't. Something only his daughter would know.
I don't know.
My daddy was killed. I can't just stay at the hospital.
Fine. Don't say I never did anything for you.
You're going to take me along?
Just promise not to interfere with the investigation.
Got it.
Well, at least she doesn't try to blackmail you into coming along, but I almost pine for Iris to be in here. Yes, I said it, viewers. What? Anyway. So...
You were talking to yourself again. I heard you. It's creepy. You should cut that out.
I was talking to Aiba out loud before I noticed Mizuki in the car. That must be what she's referring to.
Mizuki is still unaware I exist?
Yeah, I know there's no reason to hide it, since she already knows about Abyss. It's just hard to explain. I won't say anything yet.
Understood. But I am ready to be introduced at any time. Just let me know when the time is right.
It's not a proposal, no need to be so formal. Shit, I said that out loud.
Date, I think you should go to the hospital.
Now let's just cut this murder mystery short, and we'll just hang out at the hospital together. We'll be a hospital buddies. Yeah, I try to word that better, but you want to catch the suspect or kill him?
No,
or her?
It's more like I don't like sitting still and moping all day. I've grown out of my brooding, pretentious teenager phase.
Odd thing for a preteen to say.
Are you not aware of Mizuki's mental prowess? She is far more developed than her classmates. She is even reading psychology papers by Alfred Adler.
Sounds pretentious to me.
God, Date has all the right clues and perceptions about this whole thing. Man, I think I'm more related to Date than I realized. Anyway, about Renju.
Hey, about Renju. Do you have anything to tell me? Anything at all that might help?
Well, it's not about Daddy, but I heard from Daddy that Mom had a secret.
Shoko had a secret?
Did you notice during that, in the previous pathway, Renju was always seen like messing with his tie? He looked a bit more serious. But on this pathway, he's shown like smiling and happy. I guess we want to remember good of the dead, I guess, is probably what that means. But anyway, what's Shoko's secret? Swear to me!
Did you know that Mom was the representative of an investment company?
Yeah, I did.
That whole company was a big scam.
Scam?
Well, I don't know the details. They start up a company to get people to invest in it, then shut it down on purpose and keep the money. She got really rich like that.
Shoko did this?
Yep.
By herself?
No, dummy. Of course it was with other people. I saw gangsters there sometimes. If she ever got into trouble, she had them take care of it.
I am scanning all known crime databases, but I cannot find any reports referencing this. They must have been extraordinarily careful.
Or she's lying. No, sometimes people are pretty good about covering up paper trails like that. Otherwise, they would have been found out earlier, and people would have gotten wise to it. Anyway, I'm glad that you're okay. Kind of.
I'm not okay.
So, you want to go back to the hospital? I'd be more than happy to drop you off.
That's not what I meant. Why are you always so pushy, Date?
I'm not pushy, I'm just worried.
You've got a weird way of showing it. Doesn't look like you're worried. You're just weird.
You've always got something smart to say, huh? You're just like Renju.
Date,
What about Daddy?
Nothing.
You have no tact, do you? This is why you're single and always will be.
That's where you're wrong, kiddo. I look like a single father when you're around. Chicks love it.
Yeah, chicks love to see creepy old men hanging out with a 6th grader.
Hey, what are you implying?
Ooh, did I make you mad? Now I'm stuck in a car with an angry old creepy pervert.
I am not an old creepy pervert. And even if you were my age, you're not my type.
Ew, I don't want to know about your type.
Hey, you started it.
Stupid old man.
Punk-ass kid.
Yeah, isn't Mizuki a peach? God. Anyway, Sunfish Pocket, Sunday, 10:33 a.m. Mizuki and I walked back into Sunfish Pocket.
Ah, Detective Date. Good to see you, sir. And this is...
Have you looked through the case file yet?
Oh, I am so sorry. She's the victim's...
Yes. Please let us through.
Well then, time to see the crime. Yeah, no cute mermaid maids and no x-ray vision on them. I wanted to see some rib cage.
Dragon's Palace Pasta. 1,800 yen. 1,800?
Isn't that pretty average?
This is average?
For me, that's a bit overblown, but I tend to eat pretty cheaply in my life. I know that's not a good habit to have because you could can't find any clues on the table. What kind of detective are you? Or policeman? I don't know. Trident.
Is that a spear?
It more closely resembles a harpoon of sorts. I believe this is a trident.
Any chance this was used in the murder?
No. There are no traces of blood on the trident, and no indication that Renju was stabbed.
Perhaps it's a spear and mighty helmet. The trident doesn't look like it has anything to do with the case. I looked inside the wooden box. There's nothing in there. Oh, okay. An empty wooden box. Okay, I was about to say anything else. Wooden barrel. A barrel made of wood. Nothing special. Oh, do I have any wood? The oil barrel must be some kind of interior decor.
The capacity of this oil drum is 200 liters. It weighs approximately 44 pounds when empty.
Let me check inside.
Oh, we can x-ray it. Okay. I'll do that here in a second. I want to, like, explore everything before we go on to actual, potential actual story-based related stuff. Kitchen. Nope. I said I'm just going to ignore non-comedic responses for the most part. Yep. No counter. Cross counter!
The corpse was strung up near this counter.
The autopsy report indicates that the contents of the victim's intestines were excreted upon death. But no traces of that have been found in the area, nor on the corpse itself. This evidence makes it highly likely that Renju was killed somewhere else. It must have been considerably difficult to carry more than 150 pounds.
What do you mean?
Renju weighed approximately 158 pounds. I can estimate a person's weight by analyzing their bone structure, muscle, and fat.
Well, good for you.
Aiba, can you recall the time we discovered the corpse?
Of course.
Okay, we're just gonna keep... That's a line of questioning. We'll get back to that here in a second. Another inspector. I hope he finds some clues. Hey, what's your name, dude?
What?
I was asking for your name.
My name is Kagami.
Cool. What's your name?
It's Kagami.
Are you sure that's your name?
Kagami?
That voice actor sounds familiar, but seriously, what's your name?
I told you it's Kagami. I told you my name like 5 times.
Oh, well, I mean, I don't think you were serious about this. I, of course, remembered his name. His name is engraved in my mind. We can't get it out of my mind. His name is... My name is what? My name is what?
Hey, you. What's your name?
Seriously? It's Kagami. Stop bugging him, it's rude.
Excuse you? My best friend, Kagami and I are having a conversation.
Yeah, don't spoil our fun.
What?
Either they're playing with each other or it went around in a full circle that it's like rabbit and duck season situation. But yeah, you got a trophy for doing that. Any leads?
No, we didn't find anything today.
Right, Kagami. Are you getting enough rest?
No, not these past few days.
I thought so. Once this is over, get some rest, alright?
You too, Detective Date.
Ah, my best friend. Where? The Swifter investigating something. That's what best friends are about, right, Mizuki? Anyway. Okay, we have to check the counter again, but I'll go over the non-stuff first. Jellyfish lights. No clue. And then there's the random maids. Probably the girls.
What are you staring at? Creeper.
I agree.
You know, looking at girls is not creepy. Creepy is when you leer at them for like long periods of time. Then that's creepy. But if you just look at them, it's fine. The officer's guarding the doorway. What's the status?
Nothing special.
Nothing special. Sorry, I don't know why I was mocking them like that. This club is located on the second floor of the building. We used the elevator to get here.
Iba, can you check the operation records of this elevator?
Searching. Found it. The elevator records are sent automatically to building management. According to the record from yesterday, from 6:30 p.m. until the body was found, this elevator stopped on the second floor only once. At 8:55 p.m. The weight of the car's cargo was approximately 310 pounds.
Well, the elevator only stopped on the second floor once last night. 8:55 p.m. and with about 310 pounds inside. Interesting.
Iba, did you get anything from the surveillance camera?
Unfortunately, no. All of the recordings from local surveillance equipment have been erased.
What about backups?
There are none. Nothing was uploaded to the cloud either.
Either they purged their files regularly for whatever reason, or the person who did this knew what they were doing. So there's no footage of the incident. Well, I mean, we knew that they knew what they were doing, but you know what I mean. Okay, window. Probably found all the non-essential stuff. At least nothing that's popping up. Oh. Oh no, that was her. Okay.
Hey, are you doing okay?
Oh, sorry. Just staring.
If you're having a hard time, you can tell me.
I'm fine. It's not like the body is lying here.
Sorry, the description said she's staring at where Renju was, or whatever, so. Oh, sorry, Renju's corpse was hung up by 3 wires. The wires were tied to 3 kegs.
Each keg has a capacity of 20 liters. All 3 kegs were filled, and approximately 55 pounds each.
That's 3 of them in the body? So wouldn't that almost cover the weight of what was in the elevator? So how'd the other person move him? Was it some contraption? Anyway. 3 beer kegs on the floor. Each can handle 20 liters and weigh 55 pounds when filled with water. Were they filled with water, or is that just generally what they were? Evidence marker. An evidence marker. It's a little marker that puts up to track evidence at the scene. Is it the same for all of them? Yeah, didn't think they were important. Renju weighed about 160 pounds, and he was definitely murdered somewhere else than carried here. Maybe the barrels were filled with water here. Anyway, let's zoom in. You can tell he's quite shocked that he was killed. I guess anyone would be shocked if they were killed. But it was probably like right in front of him or something.
The time of discovery was 10:20 p.m. You of course already know this, but you and Mizuki were the first to discover Renju's corpse. The body was hanged from the ceiling, similar to how a fish would be. A thick hook was embedded in the upper jaw, and the wires connecting to the hook were strung up on one of the ceiling beams. There was also a hook on the other end of each wire. The 3 beer kegs were attached to these hooks. We have found no fingerprints.
This kind of reminds me of was it Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Except instead of it being hooked on the back, it was through the front of the mouth. Or at least I don't. It's been forever since I've seen the movie. I don't remember all the details. Renju's corpse was found hanging from the ceiling beam over the counter. Let's look at the face.
The autopsy report discovered the presence of benzodiazepine. It is a common sedative. The dosage found in the victim's bloodstream was extremely high. It can be assumed that Renju's cognitive functions were heavily impaired before his death.
Ugh. I wonder, impaired enough to not feel pain, or impaired enough to know what was happened to him, but he couldn't do anything about it. So sedatives were detected in Renju's body. He was barely conscious before he was killed. Ew, looks like he was choked to death or something. There are deep impressions left in his neck, or he was dragged.
Strangulation?
Correct. The face shows clear signs of congestion, along with petechia around the face and throat. Both are clear evidence of asphyxiation.
Any indication of the murder weapon?
Most likely a twisted piece of cloth. The culprit approached Renju from behind and wrapped the cloth around his neck, choking him in an attempt to suffocate him. The specific cause of death is cerebral circulation failure due to vessel closure in the neck. Put more simply, the suspect strangled Renju to death from behind.
Do we have an estimated TOD?
Yesterday, around 8 p.m.
So Renju was murdered about 2 hours before Mizuki and I found the body.
And the guy worked quickly because he took the body almost here within the hour to start setting up the show, or whatever you want to call it. Renju's approximate time of death was yesterday, Saturday, around 8 p.m. He was strangled by a cloth or something similar from behind. I almost prefer this path line because it's more into the mystery and everything than the silliness of the previous one, which I don't mind silly, but the right eye is still there. But anyway, I digress. The left eye has been pulled out.
This case bears similarity to Shoko's. The left eyeball was removed while the victim was still alive.
Renju and Shoko both had their left eyes taken before they were killed. And that's it for this. Alright, what about the barrel? I'm gonna let the episode run a little bit longer until we finish the crime scene, just to it'd be a good break instead of being in the middle of it. Oh, hello. Yeah, we see some. I'm just checking to see if there's anything else. What's this?
What?
There's something inside.
I stepped up to the drum.
This is the oil drum.
This is the kind of oil drum that has a lid, right?
Correct.
Let's open it. This is...
It's Renju's watch.
This is the wristwatch Renju always wore. No doubt about it. But how did this get here?
I wonder why it showed a random cutscene of the mermaid maids.
I think we've checked everything we need to.
I agree. We should compile our evidence and inferences.
Mizuki, you ready to leave?
What? But we aren't done investigating.
What do you mean?
There are still people I want to talk to.
You mean people I should talk to? Or you, because you're the only one who hasn't been talked to yet? Alright. Any place you can think of that I don't know about?
Well, there is one place. Have you heard of Golden Yokocho in the entertainment district? Daddy used to go to a place called Marvel a lot. Maybe they know something about him.
Yeah, we know about Mama, but I don't think we mentioned her at this pathway yet, so... Do you want to talk to Oda?
Yeah. Oda is in here all the time. He might know something. I'll call him.
Ota's phone is broken. He dropped it in a puddle.
Sounds like Ota. He's so clumsy.
We'd have to talk to him in person.
He's probably at Lemnis Gate or Matsushita Diner.
What about Iris? Oh, God.
Yeah. Daddy owned Lemnis Gate and Iris works for them. She used to work here too.
So she might know something.
I'll call her.
Mizuki tried calling Iris, but there was no answer. Well, that was useful.
Have any idea where she might be?
I don't know. Iris is into a lot of things.
Were those conversation ticks there before I started exploring, or did they change them after I talked to her? I don't know. I didn't really pay attention when I clicked on her earlier, so, well, I didn't think there was going to be any humorous responses, so we could probably avoid that. So let's head out.
Lemniscate, Matsushita Diner, and Marble. Let's head out.
Okay.
All right. Well, looks like this the death of obviously Renju is now a big hit to the case, but well, we've got two people's murder to solve, and it's this poor little girl. Too bad this poor little girl is such a punk ass, but we'll do our best as the adult to help her out. Will we find any information of the next 3 locations? Find out next time in the next episode of AI, the Somnium Files. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.